Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to cover a song called I Speak Jesus. This is by Gayle, and it's in the key of E. So 4 sharps. And we're going to go through it all the way in one shot, and then we're going to go back and break it down at the end. So let's go ahead and jump into it. that's about it. So, I Speak Jesus is the name of this song. Let's go ahead and get into it. The first intro part, you have this little riff. And it kind of repeats as the chords change underneath it. So the notes are G sharp, A, B, D sharp, E, or numbers 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, and then the chord changes to a C sharp minor, but the riff continues to the 4 chord, then it changes so when it's on the A chord, it just A, B, A, D sharp, E, back to the E chord. And then when it gets to the verse, basically it just kind of holds the chords. And the chord progression is E to a C sharp minor to an A, back to the E. And the interludes are basically doing this progression, that little melody, I should say. Cool. And then we get to the chorus. Your name is power, to the B chord, E over G sharp, A, to the E. Break every stronghold, again B, E over G sharp to the A, E. And one thing that happens is, like on the verses, let's do maybe verse 2, is you want to go to an E suspended on the second beat, I believe.
I just wanna speak the name of Jesus.
So the melody on the verse is, I just want to speak the name of Jesus. So we're going to change our chord to an E suspended on the second chord, so that way when the melody comes down to this A, we don't get this clash with our regular E chord, with the melody being on the A and the G sharp. So I just want to speak the name of Jesus, and it just works out a lot better. Same thing with C sharp minor. I tend to switch that G sharp to an A when that same spot comes, so it's like an A add 2 over C sharp, but really you're just changing that G sharp to an A. I just want to speak the name of Jesus. To the A chord, and then and it's actually a shortened verse, and it goes back into the chorus. And I found myself doing this like broken chord pattern. Your name is power. Your name is healing. Your name is life. Break every stronghold. Burn like a fire. So it's just a good pattern to learn. You can do this pattern on big sections or small sections depending on if you play it loud or soft, right? But if you have maybe whatever chord you're doing, so say you're on it starts on a B chord. So if I play a B chord like this, I just take the top 3 notes and then the one on the bottom. And then I go to an A chord, same thing. So you play the top 3 notes and then the bottom, and then E. And it just gives you some good momentum. It's just a good pattern to know because it happens in a lot of songs. I don't know if the piano player does the exact same thing here as I would do, but it's a good pattern to do. And that's where I would maybe do a pattern like that. And then we go to the bridge.
Shout Jesus from the mountains,
Suspended.
Jesus in the streets, Jesus in the darkness over every enemy.
Same thing. So same thing right there on the bridge, kind of like what we were doing on the verse. Shout Jesus from the mountains, Jesus from the streets or seas, or I don't know the words, but Jesus from the mountains, da, 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 right? So we're going to a suspended as the melody goes to the suspended. Same thing with a C sharp minor. So it's just a good way to play your chords with the top voicing being a melodic note, right? So if the melody's right here, why not have that melody on top, because that's the highest sounding note and that's the one that's going to be heard above all the others. And then as the bridge builds, you build with it. So the second bridge would be shout Jesus from the mountains, Jesus in the streets, Jesus in the everybody's building eighth notes. Back to the big chorus. Broken chords. So that's my approach, and then basically it goes into the verse again, and then it has this little interlude section where it's like 4 times. Same as the intro, except the chords aren't moving underneath. It just hangs on the one chord. Right? Same thing. And my left hand, I'm just keeping the momentum going a little bit, right? By that left hand voicing. It just kind of keeps a little bit more momentum happening. Okay, so in the bridge, the second time it goes to the bridge, they do like these big hits. Okay, which is right here. Big hits. And so that's the second time through the bridge. And then on the very last bridge, this is actually the last part of the song, they do an altered progression. So instead of the bridge is normally 1 chord or E to the 6 or C sharp minor to the A or the 4 chord back to the 1. On this last time through, they put a couple transition chords to get from the 1 to the 6. So this is a very common gospel type progression. So we do a 7 diminished to a 3 sharp 5 sharp 9 to a 6 minor. So that would be a D sharp. You can have a diminished chord. You could put the 7 on, so half diminished 7. Even though it says diminished 7, it's a half diminished 7. Or you could call it a D sharp minor 7 flat 5, right? And then you have this G sharp sharp 5 sharp 9 chord. And then you're landing on this C sharp minor 9. And then you have another transitional chord. So your next target chord is this 4 chord. But to get there, we're going to do 2 other chords. So B minor 9 in this voicing. And then you're going to do an E13 chord, which is, I voice something like this. To the A. You can do a major 7 or just regular A chord. I speak. And then it goes to this F sharp minor 7 on the very last chord. So we'll do that one time, okay? So we're going into the last bridge. Last bridge right here. go. Minor 5, 113, 4. 2 chords. Big hold. Without hitting those bad notes. So in that case, you know, you can do arpeggio. You're just trying to keep the momentum going on that one chord. You can switch it to a suspended, add 2. Pretty much any note in the key of E can just help to add a sustain. E suspended is kind of cool to do. Or E major 7. You can do, well, it's like a 5 suspended over a 1. B suspended. Or a 1 suspended. To kind of just keep that momentum happening, because they hold it for a very long time. In fact, I cut it off a little early. They hold it like, I don't know, 30 seconds or more. So it's just this is a really good song. Hopefully you were able to get some value out of this video. And yeah, that last turnaround is pretty cool. I really I didn't know they were gonna do it. I actually didn't even know. I don't think I've listened to this song all the way through until I went to do this tutorial. So I didn't expect that until I was like, oh wow, it's kind of nice to have a little bit of an alternate chord progression rather than just the same old every time you do the bridge. This is like a little way to spice it up. So basically the idea was we're going from the 1 to the 6 still, and then from the 6 to the 4. But to get from the 1 to the 6 or the E to the C sharp minor, there's passing chords. So it's like 7, 3, 6, and then 5, 1, 4. So you have this circle of fifths type progression, right? If you know anything about the circle of fifths, every note is a fifth apart, and so this is kind of the idea. So if you know anything about the circle of fifths, this is what I call a circle of fifths type progression, because 7, 3, 6 are fifths apart. If you were going down the keyboard, right? 7, 3, 6. They're all a fifth apart from each other. If you go backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing with this 5 minor to the 1 to the 4. So the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a fifth away from the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 1, 4. If you looked at it that way, it's like a circle of fifths progression. So learning about the circle of fifths is a good thing that will help you just with the theoretical reason behind why these alternate chords are happening. And eventually, once you figure them out, if you hear them a couple times, they'll start to become familiar to you, and they're not going to catch you off guard as much as maybe the first time you heard of a progression like this. So these are cool little things to spice up a song so that it's not as repetitious and boring as a musician. These kind of progressions are what makes it fun and a little bit more exciting than just playing the same chord every time. If you got value out of today's video, go ahead and hit that like button. Maybe even tag a friend, share this with somebody that you think would get value from it, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. What are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.